I'm back from my holiday break. I hope you guys had a good one too. If you don't celebrate Christmas or anything like that, well, at least I hope you had a good weekend in New Year and all that stuff, okay? I just hope you did, because I did, all right? Welcome back to Hollywood Animal. Give Me a Shoulder is a movie that will probably get a B. Ah, there it is. Get a B, and people will, like, maybe not like it very much, but it'll still make a lot of profit, because that's just how things work sometimes. We'll go ahead and continue this, and then we're going to talk about a few things. Yeah, because I've had some time to look over things, read your comments, all that kinds of stuff. I recorded about 8 episodes, bang, 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 ahead of time, just so I could go through my holiday, not being super interrupted or anything. Let's go through and do this. So we're going to demolish this. We don't need this up anymore. And we also don't need this anymore. We just demolish these 2 things. We don't need them. This one here is actually one that we're functionally using. So yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. All the trees come back. That's very good. Okay, so a couple of things. First, I would like some more influence because I'm going to need it. So I'm going to go to the mayor. I'm going to host a party for him. There we go. We have 92 days left in toting his achievements. And then we'll get some more. I want to have cushion here. All right. If they ever come to me with an event, I don't know how many events are in the game. If they ever come to me with an event. Oh, and by the way, just for those who comment on videos, when I say I don't know something, that is not a cry for help. That's not me asking you to tell me. Okay. I'm just stating my current state of mind as I explore the game organically through my own experience. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, if he comes to me with an event and I can't do it, or I don't want to do it, or it's like, that's something I really don't want, I want to have some cushion here in case I lose GP. Okay. So 15 even makes me nervous right now. So I'd like to get more, and that's where toting his achievements is going to help us. On that note, Don Alberto Conti, I've got 40 GP with him now. Didn't usually have that the whole time, but I have it now. And I could use him to search for blackmail material. I was using my own guys because I wanted them to get experience, and I was also kind of hoping that they would trigger and be successful, and in some cases they were, without having to spend GP with these guys. Because again, if the Mafia comes to me with some kind of task, I'd really like to be able to not, I'd like to have the ability to say no and not lose them as a friend, okay? So I want to have cushion here. That said, if something comes up with the factory, then it makes sense to blackmail with them. It does, because it's kind of a guaranteed thing if there is any dirt on that person, right? So that's how that works. For the peanut gallery that was telling me I should be using them instead of my own guys, you're telling me that based on your own gameplay experience and or most likely by watching other people have their gameplay experiences. I don't do that. I don't watch other people play the games that I'm going to play. I watch them play games I'm not going to play. Okay. That's how I do it. And so, because I don't want watching other people play and their strategies and their discoveries to taint my playthrough. Right. That's how I do things. So when you're saying you should just do this instead because our guys are bad, until you get to level 5, they're terrible. Okay, I'm not going to know that until I experience it, right? And also percentages, they're clearly displayed on the screen. They have a better percentage chance of succeeding than they do failing, and yet I've experienced them failing more often than succeeding. So it's okay. It's okay. Point is, it didn't ruin the game. Like the series is not ruined because I didn't get that one thing for the factory, right? We're going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Delayed contract payment is done. I don't really care too much about this. I don't really care about, being able to pay them 50% now, 50% later, all that stuff. It's okay. If I run short on cash, that will be really helpful. But I've got a lot of money at the moment, so it doesn't really matter too much. What matters to me, though, are these. I want to be able to extend contracts. This is especially good for like producers. Going into 5 or 10 year contracts are great because if they win an award or 2 or 3, I get them for many years more at the same rate before they bump their rates up. But that's the idea here. Termination with half buyout, that seems good, but it's pretty niche for me. I'm not necessarily going to use that as much as I will use these. So I'm going to go for the 5 film contract here. Since every single position, I'm basically bringing them in for films. not years. I will do years for cheap actors and actresses, as well as for producers. But most people are being done with film contracts, so I'm going to up that one. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, what else? We have Standing Proud. Let's see if we can get this thing going now. All of these things are in here, and it's allowed now because Spirit of Freedom alcohol is now allowed. So I don't have super great people for this, but I'm going to put Jack Sharp on it. And let's give Jack access to B1. We are going to do mostly locations for him because he likes it, but there's going to be certain times where I can't get 2 stars with a location, right? So in that case, we'd switch to a soundstage and we can get a higher quality location out of it. There's certain times where that's just the case. We don't have a really high quality waterfall, for example, but we can make it look better inside a soundstage, right? That kind of thing. All right. And you know, his rating is a little low, so we need to help him out a little bit and kind of boost this up. So good technology will help us here. I think maybe great props, give him all the extras and stuff that he can have, and then we'll make sure that we have good quality people on this too. So Alvin is a good one here. For the director, we have Social Rejection. That's Fox's thing, but he's busy, so we're not going to be able to use him for this. Struggle for Better Life, that's maybe in different scripts. Let's go we'll just put Paul on this anyway, I guess. And then for our Ambitious Woman, why don't we use she might take it down. I'm gonna use Sybil for this. I don't believe she'll do like the strict parent, right? I don't think she'll do a side role. Yeah, she doesn't want the supporting role, at least not at first. When you first use her, you have to use her as the protagonist. So we'll try that, see how it goes. Angry Boss can be Fred. I don't like that. Let's hire some people. So here's our actors that are free. I think Harry Daniels is a good price to value here. He's a fair rate for what he is. So we'll get that going a little bit here. We're going to hire him for some movies. He's probably like 180,000 was a little higher than I thought, but just do the math, Charlie. That's how that works, right? I think no on the medical coverage for now. We're just going to pay him. Yeah, and then this is the thing where I could do a 50-50 payout thing, right? And if I did that, then this is how this works. I'm not sure why this is not just going to max out. Just max it out. That's what this button does. This button goes to the minimum acceptable level. That's what you're supposed to do that. Okay, you're not working the way you're supposed to work. Yeah, so I have to pay him more if I do this. And I like I said, I have the money. So like having to pay him more overall because of that delay, it just doesn't appeal to me. I can get him for less if I just do it all at once now. So I'm just going to do that. If I'm short on cash, that will help, but I'm not. Okay, what else can we do here? We can get Billy for a little bit more expensive than Harry, but he's not capped, so that might be good. He's a xenophobe, though, so he's not going to want to work on this movie because he's not going to want to work with the German. Let's go with lazy, undisciplined. We don't want him. He's very expensive for someone who's lazy and undisciplined. A disciplined person is good. They stick to things. They honor our contracts, our deadlines. They move movies along really well. He's expensive, but we'll go ahead and grab him too. We want to make sure we use a lot of these guys for, you know, expensive films, really good films. And I think this one could be one. It's got, you know, it's starting at 7, so we'll take Gerald. Yeah, Gerald, he's undisciplined as well though. And then Edgar, he's only 87. At this point, I might as well take Edgar for 5 years or for 3 years. If I take him for 3 years, he's with me the whole time. It's not bad. We could just do that. So like there's certain times where I'll take them for years if they're very cheap. Donald's good because he's got that star power. So he can bring extra people into the movies. I'm going to grab him for just movies though, not time. And then I think maybe Vincent would be all right to grab too. I don't have to have really, really high-end people all the time, right? We're making a large variety of movies, and I have a lot of scripts. I showed you guys how many scripts I have, right? I got a lot of scripts. Hang on, Angry Boss. We'll do Harry Daniels on that. And the strict parent, we'll have it be Opal, because that makes total sense. Yeah. The strict parent is 32. The ambitious woman is 41. Not really sure that's a good fit, honestly. An ambitious woman. I just don't think it's a good fit. You know, I'm gonna put Nelly in there anyway. You know, I mean, it's just like because she's old. I mean, she's not old. All right, I'm not saying if you're 41, you're old, but in 1935, a woman in a movie who's 41, she is not the young protagonist anymore. That's just how that works. That's just how that works. So it'd be more appropriate to have Opal be the star, honestly, in this way. So I'm actually going to put Opal as the star for this one. The strict parent in this case then is going to be... It doesn't really matter. I guess everybody's kind of the same. We'll make Rena. Rena can be that. Okay. And then heartless bureaucrat. Let's just make that one... You know, Tom, you can be in this one too. So hopefully there's a good mix here that will kind of lift this movie and allow it to stay at the ranking that it is. And we'll get that one started. Now, how many scripts do you have, Charlie? A lot. I'm actually going to buy some more if there's available. Hey, 9,000. I think anytime you can buy a script for 9,000, you should buy it. This one's a little more expensive, but Square Enforcer... I mean, it gives me some elements, right? If I need a 70% adventure or something, it gives me something, right? With factory being a thing, until I've got that first thing for factory done, I just want to have a lot of scripts. So I have now 16 scripts pending. We have one that can't be made because of generous profanity. Make that 2 that can't be made because of generous profanity. We have 1 because of corrupt official, and then 3 that can't be made because of the hypocrisy of American life. So if we can remove hypocrisy, we can liberate 2 scripts, and then we need to get corrupt official out of here too. Going on that note, Sergeant Willis also has the corrupt official, right? Yeah. So I can liberate that as well, hopefully. And the luckiest day of the year, I think, is rape right here. So you got to liberate some things, right? That's the next task. Our side quest, if you will, is to liberate things from the code. We didn't find anything. I'm going to have you repeat that, I guess. What a waste. All that time. Now, over on the left, we need to release a film starring Sybil Radler. That could have been it, the one I was doing, but, you know, I have 316 days. Let's see if I can maybe get one that's a little better here. So the protagonist needs to be a female. She has to have a main character. So any scripts here that are already, you know, written for a female protagonist. Goodness. Not really, huh? Here's another ambitious woman. Female character, iron teacher. That could work. I mean, I did say that ambitious woman didn't really work for the 41-year-old, but hey, this is a lower quality script. We can make it work. Fred, you're in. Let's give you a good soundstage to work from. You seem to like that kind of thing. There we go. I'll spend the money. Sure. Filming tech. There we go. And let's give you good quality stuff here too, because we're going to be using this. So producer, I'm going to put Duncan on this. Scott Duncan, I mean, because he's got 193 days. Ooh, Terry's at 167 days though. They're a little under quality, right? But we're lifting them up with other people. I'm going to put Terry on this, actually. He's got less days left in his contract. If I don't put you on a movie now, I probably won't get any movies out of you. And then this is a protagonist gets a chance for a better life. Ambitious woman, criminal mastermind. I don't think anybody here is good with the criminal mastermind thing. Nah, necessarily, no. So why don't we get you in with... we could put Leland Kester in this, I guess. We'll direct it there. The ambitious woman's got to be Sybil. Or Sybil. Sybil? Sybil. I think it's Sybil. And then criminal mastermind is going to be... It could be you, Donald. It really could. You're a star. Right? Yeah, you could be criminal mastermind in this situation. Okay. There we go. That's it. So that'll get our German lady in there. German woman in there. $350 or 350 influence from that. We're going to go ahead and hold another one right away. All the influence. We need all of it. Okay, so on that note, let's go up to here. We want to remove an element from the code. And we got to hope that we have a really late in the voting, right? We have to be really late in our allocations of this. If we do corrupt official, we remove it from a script we've already made. We can release a movie now. And we also take it away from one of our scripts. That script that we're taking away from also has the Hypocrisy of American Life is also tied into that one. So we'll have to do that one next. But if we do that one next, we then liberate 3 scripts in our collection, which is great. So I kind of like that. And I think we're going to go after Corrupt Official this time. So we're going to submit this to a vote. We already know these guys are going to hate it. And we just have to hope that roll of the dice here, but we end up late in the voting. Okay. Not as late as I'd like to be, especially with Gernstein at the very end. Gernstein after me sucks. We're just going to put a little bit of a spy here just in case. I want to see if they maybe like it. They probably don't, but we're going to put a little bit of a spy there just in case. And then the issue with Gernstein being at the end is because they have a lot more resources. So they can look at the situation and say, how much do we need to commit to this? And then commit that amount to beat me. That's the problem. So I don't know how much I want to put into this, but it's probably more than I want. The trick didn't work on Give Me a Shoulder either, so lame. We'll have to see what happens then. So as we progress forward a bit more, we have 1380 influence. And let's see how much we have to commit to this as it comes to us. Okay, so I'm at 466 to compete with now. We have the 2 after us are going to go against me. Gernstein, I don't know how much resources they have. I'm going to say Marginis probably puts in like 150. So let's say, let's just be reasonable here and say that we're probably going to have to compete with about 850 to 900. Unless they go really heavy to beat me. That's the problem. So I'm going to go 950 here. It's kind of a gamble because if I'm undershooting it, then I don't know. The thing is, like, again, they can just look at how much they have left and then dedicate that. So let's put 1,000 in and see what happens. I don't know. Let's see. Let's beat it by this much and we'll see how much this brings it down. 472. Okay, so they're not going to put enough into it. So that's good. We beat it. We took care of it. That's good. We got that out of the way. And that means we can release Sergeant Willis now. It is no longer part of the code. So this can now be scheduled. So what we want to do, maybe we can just schedule it here. We'd have to print this very fast, but all right. It's probably not worth doing it just to hit. It's not that good of a film. So let's put this to 6 weeks. We can actually put it right on the 4th of July. Why not? This is a thriller, historical thriller. I mean, it could be something thematically with Independence Day. It's not really, yeah, I mean, it could be being historical and everything. You know, Sergeant Willis could be during the Revolutionary War. You know, it could be timely. Anyway, we'll do something like this. It's fine. We don't have a whole lot of theater space being occupied in here anyway, so we'll do this, and let that go. Okay, and then we want to, of course, organize advertising again. We're going to go like that. Probably like this is fine. Yep. And then for advertising's sake, we're going to be targeting men here, not the girls. So Ross and Ross seems good here. Why don't we go in? It's not that artistic of a film really even, so kind of doesn't matter. We can go Spark, I suppose. This is mostly targeting towards young men, but I don't know if, you know, some of the older men might be watching it. I don't know. Probably not. We could just do it. It's fine. Pop that in there. Actually, that's the most expensive advertiser. Why don't we get rid of that? It's fine. We're just going to do these two. I don't really want to put a lot into this movie, but it's fine. We're going to go ahead and do a trick here if it'll let me. Let's get the hospice visit. Walter could do the hospice visit. Really? It's not even a dirty trick. It's just a trick, dude. Jeez. All right. Well, in that case, this will cost me influence, and I really don't want to do that. So we're going to try to help the drunkard. Charlie will try to help a drunkard. And then we'll put Howard with him to give him a 75% chance of success. It's fine. It's okay. This will boost it up, and away it goes. It's fine. Okay. Zone of Twin Dominus is going to finally get out of my list. That's good. All these technologies need to expire, so they're not in my list anymore. Give Me a Shoulder's doing quite well. 24% of our 37. 24%. So let's bring this down to about, we'll bring it down to about here for now. Bring this down to about here, here, and here. It's okay. Just let this stay in theaters for a little bit longer. Go. We have an event. Rings on Every Finger. This is our factory film, actually. We need to do this with Lawrence Bush. It says, Bruce Hammond is concerned that the protagonist's death makes the ending too dark. The producer wants the protagonist's aunt, which, depending on where you're from, to whisper at the end, in my heart, I know that boy is more alive than any of us. The director thinks it's too pathetic. Well, we can use our rolling edits tactic to just increase loyalty and not decrease anyone's happiness. Let's work on the script so that the producer's idea actually works. So we'll try that out. That should give him 100% loyalty too, which is going to be great. Okay, as far as our friends of here getting things removed from this, we need more influence points before we can do it again, but we're definitely going to target the Hypocrisy of American Life next, because that will liberate this script, and this one. And then after that, all we have is the Generous Profanity, and then Rape is the film that we've already done. We'll probably target Rape first just so I can get that film out the door. It's a very high popcorn score, so kind of motivated by that, but I don't really use that element all that much, so we'll see. Standing Proud. Harry Daniels' son died. His son died suddenly. The director is worried about his emotional state. Oh boy. You know what? Maybe his emotional state will, as an angry boss, maybe that will help him play that part. Maybe. I mean, I would think there'd be a delay. The fact that there's not a delay in filming is weird, but I would think, since it's pre-production, you know, maybe it won't hit it quite as hard because it's only pre-production at the moment. If we were in the middle of shooting, it would definitely affect it. Okay, so Iron Teacher is still not that great of a script, but it's okay. It's okay. Everybody helped it. We can send that to production now. And it is currently not in the zone where we want to max this out. Some people have pointed out that with the factory, I can do this more often. They did get the event where an alcoholic or whatever happens, but they only got it once. Some people have said they only got that once. I'm going to go put a second unit on this just so it produces faster. And I really don't need to have security on this scene, but is this the one with... Yeah, it's the one with our German girl, so she's probably gonna... I'm probably gonna need somebody here. There's gonna be events around this film. Probably. All right. So we'll make sure that there's a security person in there. How are we doing with the mayor? 54 days, and then we can host another party. And then at that point, we should have enough influence, I think, to get rid of another element. Yeah, we definitely want to renew your contract. Now, I'm debating on getting you for years here because you're already getting me a 10% discount, but because you're very expensive for this. But if I get you for 3 years, 147, I could use you for more films. I'm pretty sure I can get more films out of you. I think I'll do this. And then because I'm getting you for that, let's give you the extended medical coverage. And I don't know what your vice is, but yeah, I think that's okay. So I'm gonna get you for 138 for 3 years because you're an 8.8 cinematographer. What a square! This is Wendy Carpenter's film. Okay, it's turned out pretty well for having Wendy in it. Turned out pretty well. Wendy is now capped at a 2.0. Ugh. Gross. So gross. I remember when she was capped last time, but I don't remember what she was capped at last time. Maybe she was capped higher last time. I feel like she was, but all right, fine. Let's put award-winning editor. We have too many editors and composers. I need to let some of their contracts expire at this point. Maybe I'll fire you. I think I will. Bye. You're gone, Ken Griffin. You're dismissed. You're just not good enough to be here, okay? Keith, I want to see if you guys together can maybe bump this up a little bit. We'll go medium there, and then high here. Okay, go. Can you make the film better? We will find out. There's our banquet. Let's go right back in, hold another one. We're not going to do this over and over again, like constantly throughout the playthrough. But like while I'm trying to override the code, I need all the influence points I can get. All right, Standing Proud is done after a little bit of a hiccup. It definitely looks like it harmed the film having his son die unexpectedly. Although he's the antagonist, so it doesn't seem like... It seems like locations and cinematographer again hit the film hard. What is the cinematographer of this film? Do I need to just take Jack Sharp out back? Huh? Do I need to take you out back? Like, honestly, what's going on with that? The movie is within that 5 to 7 range, though. So I should be able to do this. So let's just do that. And then I don't have... Oh, I do have a security guard. Cool. This is going to shoot super fast. Like, that's going to be a very, very fast shoot. Yeah, it's done in 64 days from the very beginning of the start here. So that's not bad. Relative to Iron Teacher, it's about the same. It's going to finish sooner, though. For the second team, it'll be accelerated. All right. So you also failed. God, all these 50-50 shots at getting these elements, and you guys just don't find them. It's wild. Let me see if there's any scripts I can buy. Okay. 7. I like this one here too. Fresh story elements, 100% action. 2 criminal gangs. We'll shelve that one. We have this one here, which gives us a 65% action with a cowboy. Okay, we'll shelve that one. And then you have a lot of elements in here, including our wonderful alcohol, spirit of freedom, and social rejection is in this one. You could go to an 8 potentially later. I'll shelve you too. In fact, if Fox is available... I think Fox was making... He might be available now. We'll go ahead and begin production on this one. I wonder if Fox is available later. I guess we'll find out. I have you for years, so we'll go ahead and pop you on this. I'll give you B2 as your sound stage. And we'll see about you using that to the best of your ability. There we go. Not going to get any 3-star locations or anything, huh? Yeah, nothing available that way. Okay. And then we'll go like this. Let's go like that and like that. Now let's give you all the fixins. Fox, are you here? No. You're doing bad blonde for 32 more days. Okay. Producer on this then. I need a better producer. Can I get a better producer? Free producers. Yikes. So extreme on the prices here. I think I might want to wait. You know what? We'll just put a pin in this film. It's fine. We can we'll do this later. It's fine. We'll just cancel that, send it back to the shelf for now. You did go back to the shelf, right? That script that I was just working on. That went yeah, right here. I wish you shut up. It's a weird way to word that script too. It's like I wish you would shut up. I wish you shut up. That's it's like I love you long time kind of thing, you know? I feel like there's a word missing there. Okay, so I mean I could do this a little bit more, but it's not a lot. Like it really doesn't need a whole lot of showings here. We'll just bring it down. We'll just bring it way down. Leave it in theaters. It's fine. Just bring it down to basically nothing, you know? It's okay. And that'll lead us up to Sergeant Willis being released. Something can be in there. You know, despite spending all this money on banquets and all that, I mean, $500,000 every time I punch this. That's $500,000 a month I've been spending. Despite that, though, I'm really not losing a whole lot of money, so that's nice. And we have a water tower now, so that's neat. I don't think there's much else I can do. Yeah, this department doesn't have anything else to do. So this is where we would put the maintenance department on a different thing. So we don't have this yet. I forget actually where it is. There was research that went into this, and I forget which department it is. Maybe it's in here. Fine film loan, professional achievement. Is it in here somewhere? Human resources, maybe. Professional achievement. There's only 18 days left on this. One of these researches, I forget which one it is, but one of these researches allows me to dedicate a department. Instead of developing a new technology, they develop influence points. And that's the next thing I want to research, because my maintenance department has nothing to research now. So that's a thing. Medium landscaping is we guess we can't do high-end landscaping yet. But we can build the water tower, so we're going to do that now too. And the water tower could be built. Looks like it can be built right over here next to the power plant. Sure. We can just build it right over here. Boom. Might as well, yeah, let's make it last a little while longer. So there we go. So 18 days that research is done. Is that what it said? 14 days now, yeah. After a film's release, everyone who participated will receive a happiness boost. Great. Like, even less reason for a rap party, you know? Now, now you're level 4. Okay, so you are in services. Yeah, I think I will speed you up. Yeah, there we go. And then that I could get... Well, meth's still got a ways to go, doesn't it? Okay. And then we'll see what researches are done there. Let me go into... No, don't do that. I want to go into here. My tricks never work, man. They just don't. Contract is up for 7.0 actor. I'm going to need you. I have so many scripts. I'm going to need you. So let's keep Bill Ramsey on the payroll, at least for another 3 movies. It's fine. I want to take a look at this one. Is it this one? So this one will be done. And then after this, we can go positive attitude. We can go philosophical perspective. Probably want this one next. We can go ethnic composition. This would also save me on some staffing, because I could then rearrange my staffing composition in my studio to have a greater balance towards diversity, which also, in addition to really drawing some criticisms from people around and my own staff of the white variety, it also will allow me to pay people overall less. My wages in my studio will go down because I can have a bigger mix. And basically everyone who's not white makes less money. So that will save me money too once I go down that route. This, though, I don't choose this one right away because it's not important to me compared to these. But when I do this, there's always an event that pops where one of my people, usually it's somebody I really want to keep, you know, they'll be like, hey, you either do this or I quit. And that sucks. But so I don't like that event, but I wish it wasn't so written in stone, but it pretty much is. At least it was in previous versions. So what a square is completed. We can get Wendy in another movie too. Although now that she's 2.0, it doesn't really matter, right? I can't really make her a star at 2.0. So I need to get, that's why I need to get the factory done. And if I can get the factory done, then I can, you know, move on to boutique, and then we can start refining her skills a bit more, you know? So we'll do something about like this, I guess. That's probably fine. We'll go 6 weeks out, which is going to push the film a little bit further. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just leave it here. It's okay. And then this film, just making sure we are allowed to release this. Yep, everything's good. We're going to go ahead and apply that. Let's get our advertising to start right here. It'll probably run extra, but it's okay. And then young men will go here and probably here. We'll try that as our targeting for this one. For the tricks, I think I want to try... Is there multiple people that will do it? Helping a drunkard, we can get... Can anyone do these? Literally nobody will do the tricks. Nobody is willing to do even the not dirty tricks. Unbelievable. Okay, nobody will do them, so it doesn't matter. I guess. Confirm. And then also, banquet's done. We're going to go real quick back to it. Get another banquet going right away. And then also... we must have some really good food because they just keep coming back to our banquets every month. Rings in every finger is a good script after all, looks like. Yeah. Although Everett really doesn't like me. I need to do something about that. This is Lawrence Bush's film. This is our thing that we really needed to do. We're going to send this to post-production right away. And, yeah, again, we can have Fred and Keith do this one to try to lift it up just a little bit more. Although it's not really all that important that it get lifted up, I guess. We could... You're not capped, though, so you are getting better. You both... I'm not going to put Lee Woods on this, so yeah. I mean, I guess that's just the way that goes. Go. Okay, we have 95 days to release that film. So that film has 51 days. Oh, boy. That's not too close, but we will probably have to release over top of another film, like overlapping a little bit. Okay, remove a story element from the code. We want to target the hypocrisy of American life. So that's this. We want to target this. This is going to liberate 3 of our scripts, allow us to make them and release them. And we want to submit this one to a vote. Again, hopefully we don't vote first. Please don't vote first. Can I just vote at the end, please? Oh my God. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of just terrible RNG. I may not even vote this time. I might just let it go. You know? I might just say, you know what? I don't want to put 1,200 points into this just to have it overridden. You know? The composer has some unusual ideas for the score. Instead of a violin, he wants to record crowing roosters. And in place of drums, he's asked for a human skull and bones. Right. Well, it's going to raise the artistic appeal. Fine. I don't know how far it's going to lower the commercial appeal, but we'll go on the side of art this time. Okay. Now we have professional achievement. All right. So after professional achievement, again, we could go down here or we can go to positive attitude. I like both of these, but yeah, I actually like this one better because I don't want them to lose happiness. Better luck next time. Yeah, I mean, because we're not going to win awards. We're going to get nominated and not win them, right? That's going to happen. So let's go ahead and hit this one. Then we'll go ethnic composition. Ethnic composition just really does not matter to me. It's just one of those things where I do it when I don't have anything else better than it to do. All right, Sergeant Willis. Apparently Bone Grinder really likes Sergeant Willis. Well, because of the corrupt official. Yeah, it's fine. All right, so we did okay on that. Spent just over $500,000. It will definitely profit. Should be fine. And you are out of here. Goodbye. You're not making any money at all now. There we go. All right. The Iron Teacher. We are way ahead of schedule. This is a good thing. Now, the director claims that having oral sex with the main star makes his films much better. Is that so? Yeah. Is that how it works, Leland? You sure? Huh? Okay. Just bring in the best prostitute in town. We'll raise the film's artistic appeal. We'll have a higher quality film if we can persuade her, though. Wow. Screw it. Literally, let's do it. Yeah, blow the director, Seville. You can do it. Oh, God. For $15,000. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Higher quality film for everyone. There you go. Leland, I tell you what, man. All right. And then Bad Blonde is going to wrap up right now. We have voting day. Removing this from the code. Okay, so I guess I just have to determine whether or not I'm interested in if I overspend, right? Is it okay if I overspend? Or I can wait, try to get a reroll in a few days, right? It's not a big deal if I get a reroll in a few days. Let's see what these guys are willing to put into it, right? Maybe I see what they're willing to put into it. See if I can get my mouse to behave. No, my mouse is going to do this double thing. I just had my power went out at my house, and it's yeah, my uninterruptible power supply, my UPS system kicked on, my battery at my house kicked on, everything just kicked on, but it kind of interrupted the recording a little bit. Sorry. So I've got the double mouse thing. I'll have to reboot the game to get rid of that. I think I'm just going to try this. Let's I'm just going to put like 1 into it. Right, and then we'll see what they're willing to commit and make them waste their time. I'm not gonna act at the first position here. I think acting at the first position is just, I have no idea how much I'm gonna put into it. If I put 1,000 into it, then cool, maybe it works, and it would have worked. But like, there's no way for me to know that, and I would rather act much later to get that. So this is not gonna be accepted. That's fine. We can always put forward another one in the, like, we could just do it again later on. We definitely want to keep the cinematographer. I really like this guy. He's got some high quality work here, especially for his cost. So he's a 9.4 that charges me very little. And I kind of feel like because he charges me so little, I'm just going to go ahead and get him for 3 years at $37,000. So just go ahead and do that because he's very, very cheap. All right, so Bad Blonde is done. Yeah, it's my computer's doing things. Looks like, yeah, 7.6 seems like it's working out. I'm gonna, after we get through the continue screen here, I'm gonna have to restart my computer and or just reboot the game at least and try to fix everything. I don't even know if it's recording really well right now or not. As much as I don't want to put, yeah, like I really don't want to reduce this, but I kind of have to. I think you are going to be fired. I don't need to keep you on the payroll. And then I think, I mean, I don't know how good Emma can get, but she's going to bring down the quality of the film, but I got to progress her a bit more. Not on this movie though. We'll put the 6.0s on it. It's what I got. The only other thing I could do maybe is we wait. I could just wait on post-production until this is done. I'm not really in a hurry. Yeah, I need to redo this. I'll be right back. Well, now that I have this done, now I can show you this anyway. Post-production facilities. So directors, editors, and composers will now receive twice as much experience for participating in post-production. So now we can like raise Emma's level even further, that kind of thing. So I think I'd rather go to getting my own concert hall, or I can get high quality development. Now, concert hall first. And we'll actually speed that up about, say, that much. We'll go 414 days on getting our own concert hall. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, there's my reboot. Everything looks like it's working pretty well now. I'm not sure if we can wait, if we have to wait a long time. It looks like I can just do this again. So that's interesting. We're going to go ahead and try again. And I think we'll just re-roll this until we vote late each and every time. And if it ends up wasting my competition's influence points, then so be it, you know? So we're a little later this time. I like being after Gernstein. That's really great. We're going to go ahead and put Everett on this. And then I need to get these guys out of here. So whoever my security guys are that are doing that needs to get off of it. So where are you guys at? You guys are on Evergreen. You guys are at Gernstein. I think I'm going to have like Hephaestus. Yeah, like these things. I think that's kind of where I want to be. What's the order? Competitor espionage. Yeah. So what's the order that we're looking at these guys in? I mean, we're pretty much assuming, right, that everybody is doing what we suspect they're doing, which is to put their hands down. So I'm going to go ahead and just get you out of here. I'm pretty confident that you guys are going to be saying no. I don't even really care about these guys, but let's just go ahead. Zoom time ahead just a little bit further. I still got my 1100 influence points, and then I also just got the plus 30 GP for the mayor. That's going to take down my reputation just a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. It's the influence points is what I really need. So another mayor's party. I'm gonna go ahead and get 300 more there. Let's go ahead and continue to tote the mayor's achievements. It'll hit my reputation, and that's fine. We're gonna get sheriff now. Mr. Ted Phillips, thank you very much for that. You can keep looking for more. And then in 7 days, we'll get another 300 influence points. And we might be able to just go back to back here because we didn't spend it on the last somewhat what I believe would have been a failed attempt. So the big spenders are ahead of us here. Evergreen Movies and Gernstein both ahead of us. We're looking at 628. Best System Marginis, I think probably at most they put like 300 points in it is what I'm thinking here. So if I was to make this 1,000, if I was to put 1,000 in here, I think that probably wins it pretty handedly. So let's go ahead and do that. It's 372, 214, 138. Okay, so that's not bad. That's not bad. It's better than putting 900. It would have been pretty close, but it's fine. So we took care of that. We got rid of that, and now that frees up some of our scripts, right? So now we don't have very many scripts that are disallowed at all. We're only looking at basically the generous profanity ones are still not allowed. And then on top of that, for movies to release, we need rape to be allowed again. We need the topic of rape to no longer be against the code. So those are the two that we need to target now. We have the mayor's stuff that's going to happen. That's giving us influence points. We got the banquet that's going to give us another 300. We can probably override that fairly quickly, but we're going to do another banquet anyway with our $27 million. Just chilling. I like it. And yeah, whatever that research is that's going to let us have influence points coming from our other departments, we need to get that pretty soon here. I got to figure out which one it is. I know someone in the comments can tell me, but I'll probably discover it before you end up reading these videos. You know, these things are available, by the way, if you want to see these early. Like I recorded like 8 in advance for my patrons and my channel members and stuff, and then I went on my holiday, right? So they've had all these videos up until this point. They had them way earlier, like way before Christmas. This video you're watching right now was available before New Year, right? So there's a lot of that happens. If you want to learn more about that, you can check out the member button, the join button underneath the videos, or you can visit my Patreon channel. It's all that stuff is linked in the description. Walter Carroll, 5.1. You're cheap. You're really cheap, you know, and we can make something happen with that. I'll get you for 3 years because of how cheap you are, and then I need to just start cranking out the movies now. So let's get a few of these going all at once. And you know what? Tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and start these because I'm at kind of the end of my video now. So we'll go ahead and start new stuff in the next one. We'll pick it up right where we left off here. Standing Proud is basically done, 0 days. Iron Teacher done in 1 day, and then we have nothing in pre-production right now. So we're going to start getting additional movies going there. Keep building our influence. We should have enough after this banquet to override another one. And so we'll go ahead and do that. We'll probably go ahead and get rape going so that this can be released. And then all we have to do then from there is to work on getting rid of generous profanity. And then that will be good. And at that point, I kind of don't care as much about the code because all the stuff that we're using and have already available to us is already taken care of. So we'll pick up in the next video right where this one leaves off. We have some scripts and stuff that we can buy, of course, here too. So I can just shelve that one. Okay. See you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.